Some unique insight into the AMC stock is something that I think can be really valuable to traders right now. So, this is how I have chosen to provide value today. The first thing that I want to talk about is the historical performance of the stock. What we are looking at right now is the monthly chart showing the whole history of the stock. I'm going to quickly piece together some facts to give you an understanding of what this chart is telling us. The most important thing to take note of here, in my opinion, is the huge spike that started from here. This was due to people from Reddit rallying together to push this stock as high as it could. They had a good run for about 6 months, until the stock eventually started falling downward. But the highest peak that this stock has reached in its entire history was at a price of $76, which is of course a huge jump from $1. That move was insane, but look at the previous peaks before that anomaly happened. Do you see what was happening? AMC stock was on a steady decline until that major event that we just discussed. We know this for a fact because the price point of each major peak was getting lower and lower. So it is no surprise that once that unique event ran out of steam, the price simply returned to its low price eventually. Now you are probably wondering how this information is useful to you, and I am going to answer that right now. When something pumps upward, similar to what AMC did without a real healthy catalyst, then that upward move is not sustainable. So with that knowledge, you can take advantage of this fact the next time you see a stock pump up due to reasons that have nothing to do with the actual value of the company. Let's scale into the weekly time frame to see exactly what opportunity you could have taken. Even with the wild move that AMC did, the majority of participants still managed to create patterns. This right here is a symmetrical triangle, which was technically a bullish setup in this case. But the most important thing about these patterns is which direction they break out from. We can clearly see a candle closing below the triangle here, which is a huge bearish signal on top of the fact that we know that this stock was not a healthy one to begin with. This was a huge shorting opportunity that most traders probably did not spot at the time. But hopefully, now you will spot it the next time a massive pump and dump move like this happens. So I really want you to understand that just because a stock moves up massively within a short period of time does not mean it is healthy in a bullish sense. If you guys are enjoying this video, please consider giving the video a thumbs up and feel free to comment. Now let's move on to more current events for the AMC stock. On the 4-hour time frame here, we can see that AMC has been bouncing up and down within a range for 8 months. Now once again, I will explain why this is important. A range is also a pattern, so it is really important to pay attention to any breakouts that occur. If we get a clear, strong close above the range, then we can begin to anticipate that the stock will continue to rise at least for a few months. If it closes strongly below the range, then we will get the opposite reaction. Now, as traders, we want to make sure that we are waiting patiently for an entry that makes sense. You do not have to trade every day to be successful, and you do not have to catch every wild move. I am here to remind you that what you must absolutely do is stay diligent and only take trades that actually make sense to you, no matter how they turn out. If you want to achieve success, you must stay focused and control your impulses. Now back on the monthly time frame, there is one more key fact that I would like to point out. The AMC stock has been declining for a year and a half. I believe it is due for a nice bounce that investors can actually profit from. So I am bullish on this stock at the moment, but I do not recommend holding on to this for a huge length of time due to the overall historical performance of this stock. So let's go over the most important facts that apply right now today. Fact number 1 is that it is still within a range, and whichever direction it breaks out of will determine how it performs for the months ahead. Fact number 2 is that the overall performance of this stock is bearish, so it is likely not a good idea to hold on to a long-term bullish position. But that does not mean you can't get a good swing trade out of it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider liking the video and commenting on what you think of my analysis or whatever thoughts you may have. And if you want to keep up on my content, feel free to subscribe as well. The last thing I want to mention is that there is a free Discord server that I would love for anyone looking to improve themselves to join. The link to that is in the description below. See you in the next video.